Hey everyone, how are you doing? My name is Shu. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite book I recently read, The Only Skill That Matters by Jonathan Levi. This book teaches you how to learn more efficiently and effectively, how to improve your memory, how to focus on what you're reading, and how to improve your brain function in general. In this video, I'm going to focus on a few points that I found really useful, namely, what is the only skill that matters, how to prepare and plan your learning, how to improve your memory, how to use spaced repetition, how to focus on what you're reading, and high performance habits. The first takeaway from this book is that learning is the only skill that matters. In modern life, we need to learn many skills. For example, he says you need to know how to navigate social relationships, get along with technology, stay informed about politics, obey laws, balance your finances, make smart career decisions, choose a healthy diet, and about a million other little skills. But not all these skills actually matter if you aren't able to learn them effectively. Learning is a gateway skill to unlocking every other skill you need in life. Despite this, we are not really taught how to learn. He said, at any point in your life, did anyone, educator or otherwise, actually teach you how to learn? This is why many of us struggle through school and learning in general. We suffer excruciating boredom learning new material, waste endless time reviewing the material, and in the end, we forget it after the exam anyways. So the question is, how can we learn better? This leads us to the following points. One of the emphasis of this book is the importance of preparing and planning your learning beforehand. Preparing is important because it helps you determine the most efficient way to learn something. To be more precise, you should ask yourself a few questions before diving into any learning project. For example, why am I learning this information? How and when will I actually use it? What level of understanding or knowledge do you need? How can this information be broken down into small parts? What are the most important things to learn based on my personal goals? These questions help you find what exactly you need to learn to achieve your personal goals and identify the most efficient way to learn it. Memorization is absolutely crucial in learning, but most of us don't know the best ways to store memories. He says what we need to do is master our visual memory. Evidence shows that visual memory is vastly superior to rote memorization or any other type of mnemonic device. So if you want to improve your memory, create novel visualization called markers for everything you wish to remember. First, create a highly detailed visualization of things you want to memorize. Picture as much detail as possible to ensure that you are adequately visualizing a vivid, memorable image in your mind's eye. Second, your visualizations should include absurd, bizarre, violent, or sexual imagery when possible, because the stranger your visualizations, the more memorable they become. Finally, connect a visual marker back to what it stands for. So this is very simple, and all you need is some practice and vivid imagination. When you get comfortable with visualization, he recommends using a technique called Mind Palace. You've probably heard of it before in a book or TV, but it is considered to be one of the most powerful techniques for memorization. All you need to do is create a visual marker for things you want to memorize and put the marker in somewhere in your mind palace. Your mind palace can be anywhere. For me, I have my childhood home, my university accommodation, university library, the house I live in now, my favorite restaurant, or park near my house. You actually have much more mind palaces than you realize because your brain automatically remembers the layout of your surroundings. This is because our ancestors survived thanks to their ability to navigate their environment. So you might struggle to remember names, numbers, or other important information every day, but your brain is constantly creating strong, lasting memories of everywhere you've been before. And it's amazing if you think about it. So you have hundreds of mind palaces in your mind already, so why not use them? Another important aspect in learning is the spacing effect and the lag effect. The spacing effect states that things become infinitely more memorable if we repeatedly encounter them. And the lag effect states that the spacing effect is compounded when encounters are spaced out for extended periods of time. So the point is that learning something once just isn't enough. You have to review the material constantly to create memories that stick. The best ways to do this is to use tools like Anki, Memorise, and Brainscape. The idea of these spaced repetition systems is that you create flashcards, start reviewing, tell the software how difficult it was to answer, and then the algorithm considers your answer and the reaction times and predicts when you're likely to forget that card. And when the time comes, it will show you the card again. He also recommends combining spaced repetition with visualization. He says always create visual markers even if you don't add picture to your flashcards. Sometimes we all experience the frustrating feeling of staring blankly at a page, unable to focus, knowing that we are wasting our time. Or when you're reading, you space out for entire paragraphs or pages and have no idea what you just read. He proposes a simple solution to this problem, that is SQ3R. It's an acronym for Survey, Question, Read, Recall, and Review. In the survey step, you quickly skim or scan the content before you read it to prepare your mind for new information. In the question step, you ask yourself questions to improve your motivation, such as, why am I reading this? What do I expect to see here? Or what's in it for me? The next step is Read, which is followed by Recall. In this stage, you attempt to remember what you've read and create visual markers for each page or chapter, depending on the density of the material. Finally, Review. You perform spaced repetition on the material. He says the most effective readers spend more time on this step than all previous steps combined. Because if you don't review the material both immediately after and in increasing intervals, everything you've done so far is useless, you just forget it anyway. In this chapter, he especially emphasizes the importance of surveying and questioning. When you are surveying or pre-reading, you're not reading the text. Instead, you're looking for titles or subheadings. This helps you understand the structure of the text and build a sort of mental map. If you know 80-20 rule, this step will help you find the 20% of the details that give you an 80% understanding of what you're going to read. So this means that when you actually read the text, all you have to do is fill in the rest of the details. Questioning is also crucial in this framework because when you have questions in your mind, your brain pays extra attention to find the answers to the questions. This is based on the idea of confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is our tendency to pay extra attention to things that confirm our beliefs. So by asking yourself certain types of questions, you can supercharge your focus towards finding out one important thing. Are we right or not? For example, when you see the text mentions sugar and diabetes, ask yourself, what does sugar have to do with diabetes? Or what happens when you have too much sugar? Then make a predictive assumption, and as you read, check to see if your prediction was right. Doing so will make you very motivated to read through the text just to find out if you are right or not. Finally, he talks about his high-performance habits, namely sleep, nutrition, and exercise. First of all, sleeping is very important in many ways, but it is vital because it helps your brain to move memories from short-term to long-term memories. So if you don't sleep enough, it's impossible to create or maintain strong memories, which is why you should avoid staying late cramming for an exam or presentation. Secondly, nutrition is important for high performance. He recommends a diet low in carbohydrates and sugar and high in fat. This is because our brains and bodies love to have a consistent source of energy, but this is impossible when your blood sugar resembles a cutting-edge roller coaster. Minimizing processed carbohydrates, particularly sugar, helps stabilize your blood glucose. What's more, a high-fat and low-carb diet can put your body into a state of ketosis. This means that your body is burning fat as a source of fuel. Finally, exercise. When we exercise, we do much more than maintain the health of our bodies. Even light workouts can improve mood, lower stress, increase alertness, and enhance memory. Alright, thank you for watching. This was my takeaways from the book, The Only Skill That Matters. If you want to know more about what I talked about, you should buy the book. It's a great read. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!